And it goes in. Pharaoh Show, drawn the middle of the field. He hits the button. They're away and they're racing. And Trespassing commenced very well from Zaza Rock, Blazing Emerald and Stylish Lord with speed. Going forward soon after the start, Fine Touch is going to camp right over the pace early and being followed forward by Allegro Sonata. Going up in the middle, Western Lady, Premium Girl easing back, followed on the rails Henchard. Back with it then came Pharaoh Show and Tokyo Fire second last, the tail ender Expelliarmus. Over into the back straight they go. Blazing Emerald has gone to the lead. Now Pike is going to control the pace here at the 1200 and it scatters the birds once again and there's no shortage of them. Out to the riverside they run. Blazing Emerald from Fine Touch trespassing the rail. Around them Allegro Sonata pressing on, no cover in front of Stylish Lord as they greet the 1000. Followed after a length Premium Girl. Between horses Western Lady and down on the rails next is Zaza Rock. 3/4 of a length away then came the 3-year-old Pharaoh Show. Getting back Henchard, Tokyo Fire, and at the 800 last of all Expelliarmus about 7 or 8 lengths from the leader Blazing Emerald, who shows the way. Got a little breather mid-race. Blazing Emerald from Fine Touch working very hard here at the 600. Allegro Sonata over on the inside off the bridle and being hunted along to try and hold a spot there. Trespassing around the outside, taking off Premium Girl. Stylish Lord in the middle is next. After a length came Western Lady, followed then by Pharaoh Show, Tokyo Fire, Zaza Rock near the rail. Henchard, Expelliarmus homeward bound. Blazing Emerald, still he hasn't moved on it at the 250. Joined on the outside by Fine Touch. Blazing Emerald, now he goes to work. Blazing Emerald and Fine Touch together. 2 lengths to Stylish Lord. Over on the inside, Blazing Emerald. Fine Touch keeps coming. Fine Touch the outside, gets the nose in front. Fine Touch. Fine Touch has just worried Blazing Emerald out of it to win the last of the day narrowly. In behind them, third Stylish Lord, running on Henchard. Western Lady in front of Pharaoh Show, then Trespassing. Zaza Rock after a gap. Tokyo Fire, followed then by Expelliarmus. Premium Girl blew out in the straight and beat one home, and that was after a very hard run. Allegro Sonata had wilted to run last. Well, it's Fine Touch who delivers a bit of a knockout really in the last of the day at big odds. Fine Touch at $31 SP and handled here by Joe Azzopardi after a great battle. A real stoush with Blazing Emerald. Just edged its way clear in the last little bit. Fine Touch to be Blazing Emerald, Stylish Lord with Henchard back there in 4th place. The numbers are 7, 5, 1 and 2 after the running of the final event. It's a long head 1 length in 1:49.71 for the 1800. For owners Frank and Josie Fiore, and there is another Machino to win here this afternoon. What a great day for the sire. Fabulous result, and he's certainly continuing to leave an indelible mark on the breeding industry here in WA. Machino does the job again this afternoon, and a Group 3 winner now, the last as well. Home in 35.09. 35.09. The runner-up Blazing Emerald by Sessions. Great sire too, who's had a fabulous day here. Dan Morton and Willie Pike stamping a number of winners. And Stylish Lord by Playing God, Luke Campbell for Russell Stewart in 3rd placing. Rounding out the afternoon in something of an upset result at 31 SP, Blazing Emerald $5.50, Stylish Lord $4.60. As we take you back once again for the last time today, Lockie Taylor joins us in the winner's enclosure.
Thanks, Darren. It's been a favourite stay, but Fine Touch. She didn't read the script for this afternoon at Ascot because she was very, very tough on speed to take out the last of the day. Ross Price is just watching the concluding stages of the race. Ross, congratulations on the win. Fine Touch. She's always been such a tough mare throughout her career, and that toughness was once again on display today.
Yeah, it was, and she's beautiful, big striding mare and drew a bit wide today, but you know, her best chance is just to let her stride. And when Willie went to the front on that horse and she sat up outside it, I was pretty happy. And like she started to put a bit of pressure on from the 600. And yeah, it took the last bit to get to him, but she got there.
Out to 1,800 metres today and clearly strong at the back end of 9 furlongs. Could this be a sign of things to come and you now stretch her out in trip a little bit further?
Oh, she might go a little bit further, but Yeah, probably out to 2,000 or something like that. But I mean, 18, we've always sort of heading towards the 18, this whole preparation. And she hadn't been running bad races in where she's been, but she just needed that little bit extra.
At 30 to 1, you don't have to have a lot on to have a good result and a celebration. Did yourself and Frank have something on small?
No, I don't have anything on, but I don't know whether Frank did or not. I don't know, but yeah, no, she shouldn't have been that price.
Nice result regardless, well done.
No, thank you.
There's Ross Price and here's Joe Azzopardi.
Joe Azzopardi joins us now. Fine touch back in the winners' enclosure. Joe went around at 30 to 1, but in the end she was too tough.
Yeah, I really liked her last run. I was 1-1, but sort of didn't get a chance to go right until we straightened, and she's sort of a just get rolling sort of type. Today, sitting inside the leader, I was able to, I thought we ran a good tempo, but I was able to put it to the leader pretty early, and she's toughed it out.
Turned into a bit of a two-horse war up the home straight there.
Yeah, it did. It's been sort of a leader's day, so I was really happy where I was, but I sort of always felt like I had Pikey's measure, but it's always hard to get past.
I feel like now that she's a bit older, she could even get further than the 18?
Yeah, well, she used to fire up a little bit the last few preps, and she's settling really good now. Even sort of give her a kick in the guts early, and she's still come back to me really nice, so she's definitely matured.
And you win the Geraldton Cup tomorrow?
Yeah, definitely. It looks a pretty weak sort of race, so yeah, Gold Friars, he's only just about there, but yeah, it looks his race to win.
For last week, happy birthday.
Thanks, Scotty. Cheers.
Happy 30th, Joey. He's getting on in years, is the young man. Maybe not young anymore, but he takes out the last of the day with Ross Price and Fine Touch, a very, very honest mare. And what a day of racing it's been, Scotty. Two clear highlights for mine. First off, Luke Campbell, and then secondly, the win of Machine Gun Gracie in the WA Oaks. But first things first, Lukey Campbell take a bow, outriding his claim in the metro area. Some achievement.
Yeah, he speaks so incredibly well too, doesn't he, Luke? He's very well rounded. He knows that he needs to thank the right people. He actually referenced to the jockeys recently that had outridden their claim in Lactar Romilly and Holly Watson and their transition to successful seniors. So all of a sudden he can go through into this next chapter of his life with a lot of confidence. And as a man that rides 54 kilos, no worries, I'm sure he's going to get plenty of opportunities. And you can see there in that vision just how much it means to him. He's really enjoyed that.
Absolutely. He's had a great association with a number of stables here in Perth. Just looking at the statistics, obviously Neville Parnham, he's ridden the most winners for with 20, Dan and Ben Pearce 18, Jim Taylor 13, and Dan Morton 10 winners. So some of the leading stables here in the West have supported him throughout his apprenticeship, and I'm sure they'll do the same as a senior rider in months to come.
Well, that's what he's going to have to do now for Lukey. He went down to Albany yesterday and he picked up a few rides for Steve Wolf, so he's going to have to continue to travel and do the hard yards, but I've no doubt he'll make a nice successful transition.
And we have to mention the fact that that was Renee Forrest's first win on a Saturday. There she is on screen greeting some of the part owners of Nobility. So that was a feel-good story. And then the second highlight of the day, Machine Gun Gracie. Wow, that may just be one of the more dominant wins I've ever witnessed here at Ascot.
And more than just connections there for Renee Forrest. That was Mum getting the hug too. So it's a wonderful family story, that. But gee, Machine Gun Gracie, she is just a proper filly. That's another string to her bow today, letting Funchal go around her in the middle stages and then still proving too good for them. I'll definitely be Team Philly in 14 days come to Derby.
And both of us said as soon as they crossed the line, great ride, Willie Pike, finishing second on Funchal. He made something happen. He made the race a spectacle, which was great to see. But there's something about a cool, calm head in Sean O'Donnell that in somewhat of a crisis or a different situation, he was just so calm and collected.
And that's the thing. When he lets Willie Pike go, he doesn't get into any sort of wrestle match with her.
And he said that 2 weeks ago. He said if something wants to lead, he'll let them go.
Exactly right. He's a man of his word, Sean O'Donnell. We can trust him. Everything that he says to us is always absolutely 100% factual. But I think for her, the best part about her is that high cruising speed. But as she showed today, she doesn't necessarily need to use it. Now, the decision there, if Willie Pike whips around, they can either go toe-to-toe from the 800. You don't want that, so wiser heads prevail.
Absolutely. Well done to all those concerned. What a day here at Ascot it's been. Drum and Golf WIX Day taken out by Machine Gun Gracie, Justine Erklands and Sean O'Donnell. It's been a pleasure bringing it all to you live and free on 7 Plus and on Racing WA TV. It's good night from us.